This video explains how to use the tools from Gemini CAD Made to Measure module to design the patterns of a model. First of all, we have to upload the network and the basic shapes, save them with a different name. As you can see, we'll use piece to move the pieces from the geometrical network. Then we'll go inside and make some measurements. We have to measure the angle of our darts and introduce these values because we need this information in the measurement tables. Okay, we will declare the name of the new measurement. Then we'll declare the short name. And the values are visible for the user. Those information will be used in the geometric layer. Now we will measure using measurement tools for angle. We introduce in the measurement table, declare the name, then the symbol, and the values appear in automatic way. Knowing that details of the model, we go to the Made to Measure module and design what is necessary for our model. First of all, we have to design the shape of the yoke. So we need to establish the distance for the yoke. We'll use the point on a line at a given distance, and we write the distance with algebraic sign. On the middle line of the front, we will put this new point. We change the direction, enter. Okay. We will go on the side seam and make the same command to introduce a new point using point on a line at a given distance. And now we have some points for our yoke in the front pattern. Now we will transfer the front dart to the side seam because we know the angle of the front dart. And we will obtain in the end the final shape of the front yoke. We'll use the new measurement, as you can see in the measurement table, with a different color. And we make the transfer and establish the position of the upper line of our skirt after the front dart is moved on the side seam. So we'll do the same for all our main points. And it will be much easier to have the final shape of our yoke. Okay, we'll use dart edge point angle. And now everything is changed regarding to the front pattern on the upper side. Then we will increase the front width on the hemline, so we will draw a circle defined by center and radius. We will write as a segment the radius of our circle. It's the length of the side seam from the hip to the hem. Then we'll put a point on this circle established by the value determined when the model was analyzed from technical point of view. So we will increase the front length on the hemline with 3 centimeters, and in the same way to the back. As you can see here, we will choose counterclockwise to put the points for the back pattern. We'll go in the back pattern and establish the position of a new point. It is for the element which will be used to finish the upper line of the back pattern. We'll use the same distance on the side of the dart as we used on the middle line of the back. In the same way, we'll put the distance on the other side of the dart. Also, we can choose to make the transformation as we did in the front pattern. So we can choose to transfer the dart to the side seam and then put this distance. It's up to the designer because the system has a lot of options, and the user can select and combine the function as it is used to design the new model. Okay, enter, and we finished the transformation. We'll design the shape of the element which finishes the upper line of the front pattern in the same manner as we did in the back pattern. 5 centimeters is the width, final width of this element. And as you can see, we use the position of the waist point on the waistline after the front dart was moved to the side seam. Now we save the file where we want. Then we have to select draw. We will draw pieces by lines, straight lines, and then those straight lines will be modeled. Now you can see we will draw the shape of the back. Pay attention to the information which is displayed below because we need to press some keys from the keyboard. We will change the shape of this line according to what we know from the design scenario methodology, because this piece has to be very well balanced and fit on the body shape. We change the angles, so we are in the modify tools to change the shape of the upper line of our skirt. If we want, in the end, we have to declare this dart as a dart from industrialization module. If we consider that the value which was used to the hemline is too small or too big, we can change it anyway. Now we will design and we will draw one piece of the element which finishes the upper part of the bag. We'll draw with straight line the other piece. Then the pieces will be joined together and make only one as it is required. We'll use assembly, select the lines in the same orders. As you can see, those are together. Then we'll go to the piece, select both pieces, and those pieces will be connected together and have only one. We are going to modify tools and change the shape of these lines from straight lines to curved line. We will change the angle to obtain the best shape of our piece. It is important to check every time the shape and the length of our lines, because we need to consider what is happening with all these pieces. They will become production pattern and will be used to cut different materials, and in the end to produce the desired model of our skirt. So textile materials has different properties. Now we have draw the shape of the yoke. We will transform the straight lines into curved lines. Okay, we'll go to modify tools and to change the value of the angle, and of course to control the shape of these lines. All the time we have to pay attention to the model details to obtain what the model requires. So we have here only half of our yoke. Then we go to extract the shape of the piece which finishes the upper part of the front on inside. Okay, first of all we draw straight lines. We have a closed contour, one piece. Move the piece using the left button of the mouse. Transform the straight line into curves. Then model the lines according to the design principle. In this case, we have used the design principle of geometrical method, 2D geometrical method. So we have half of the inside piece, which finishes the upper part of the front. Then we will draw the final shape of the inferior part of the front. We will move the piece from the geometric layer, and then we will do the same to transform some straight lines into curved lines. We were obliged to make a correction. Then we will transform the lines into curves. change the value of the angle. Okay, and then to the end. We will check the shape of the hemline and go to modify tools, and changing the length of the tangent in the selected point, we will be able to change the shape of the curves. Now you can see the shape of final pieces of the skirt. Selecting a different size, you will see that automatically the pieces, the design pieces, are resized if we have introduced new details.